Greetings from Central Park, New York City. This is a November look of autumn in the Big Apple, and it is time to talk about cold weather as the first freeze has arrived. And for the year of 2021, the first freeze arrived on November 23rd, and we're going to talk about the different days that the first freeze has arrived. But let's walk over to the Weather Center, which is right next to the Belvedere Castle, which was built in 1869. And it is a folly. We'll get into that in just a second. Here is the plaque. A folly is a building or a structure built for decor. So you often see windmills as follies. Speaking of wind, what is that contraption in front of the Ramble? That is the Weather Center. And I chose this as a location to talk about New York City's first freeze, as this is where that 32-degree temperature was registered in Central Park. And that is it behind the gates. Now let's talk about different years. 2021, first freeze for New York City, November 23rd. 2020, first freeze for New York City was November 18. 2019, the first freeze for New York City was on November 8th. And in 2018, the first freeze for New York City was on November 14th, with the first snow coming in on the 15th. Now, this weather center has been here since 1919. And let's take a look around. This is the entrance to the Ramble. So let's take a look at the autumn foliage in I Love New York and talk about the fact that we are in hardiness zone 7B. What does that mean? Well, if you look on the map, you'll know when it is time to bring in some of your plants. If you're having outdoor plants as well, bring in your animals. This is now the freezing time of the year, as we are looking at the Weather Center, which is where the 32-degree temperature was registered. And that's why I chose this location. Often I go down to the bus stop right downstairs from my building because they light up the temperature. A little bit more about the castle. That is a Gothic Renaissance style, the Belvedere Castle. And this section of Central Park would be known as the Ramble. Don't forget to bundle up. And happy cold weather season from ever beautiful I Love New York.